Hi, Anthony. Just going to show all the products before I start talking about them. Then let me show you the inside of the products. Okay, the first product I'm going to talk about to get a natural base look that I haven't shown you guys yet is going to be this moisturizer. It's the Renew Blue Agave Moisturizer. It's Commit by Pretty Party. And this actually came in this really cute little dust bag. And it also came with this little cooling spatula / roller. I think the best way you can use this is by actually opening up the moisturizer and just dipping it in and twirling, and then you can apply it on your face with this as opposed to using your fingers, because that's not actually the most cleanly thing to do. You don't want to keep using your fingers and then re-dipping it in a product just because of the germs that could be on your hands. So this is a really nice way to just take it out and apply it, and it's actually like really cool to the touch, so it can be nice if you're using it in the morning, which is what I did. I actually already have the moisturizer on. I took a shower this morning and put that on right after. And I really enjoy this moisturizer. I think right now, especially when I have no makeup on, it's really nice for the skin. It kind of evens out my skin tone a little for me because I do tend to have a little more redness on the inner parts of my face. And then what I also think it does is it moisturizes while kind of still giving a mattified look in a way. It doesn't leave me looking too shiny. I would look extra shiny if it was a wet kind of moisturizer because I do have a ring light on right behind the camera. So this is how it looks like after sitting on my skin for about like 30-40 minutes. And this product is actually like a clean product, so it's really great for people who are looking for ingredients that are, good for your skin and cruelty free, things like that. I'm just going to show you the other products before I start getting into the actual tutorial about how I'm going to use them. The next two products are from OG. These are also clean beauty products, and these I have two. One is a like bronzer kind of shade, and then one is more of a like blush highlight shade. So the first one is in Carnelian. This is the Hydroganics sculpted face stick. So this is that more like corally shade. I will swatch them on my hands in a second. And I really like the design of these. I think, one, they look very luxurious and nice. And I do like that it's a magnetic closure. And then this shade is the sculpted face stick in copper. So I think this would be good for like medium toned skin tones, maybe even slightly darker to like a medium dark skin tone. And then let me swatch these on my hands. I don't know if you can really see. I'm going to try moving my hand a little for you to see the blush a little bit better. The blush is definitely more of a nice, like, light pink coral shade, and it does have little shimmers in it. And I would say that the bronzer as well kind of has that light shimmer tone to it. Definitely not as shimmery as the blush, though. So, just going to wipe that off. Now to start, since I already have the moisturizer on, I'm going to actually put a little bit of tinted moisturizer on because that's what I like as my base. So I just dot a little bit of this tinted moisturizer everywhere. Then I take a wet beauty sponge, and I actually have these little PSX Danielle clips that I've shown in a different live on to hold back my hair. And then I'm taking a damp beauty sponge just to blend this in. I don't use this to get like a bunch of coverage. I just like a lightweight coverage that evens my skin tone a little more. Now you can just see that that evened out my skin a little bit more while still seeing my actual skin under it. Didn't give too much coverage. Then right after that, I'm just going to add a tiny bit of concealer under my eyes. Okay, now just going to dab it in. So that just helps brighten the under area a little bit. So another reason why you really get a nice natural look is because you're just using small amounts of each product. So that layers it really well. And I think that these products work really well with the moisturizer. Next, I'm going to take the bronzer stick. I personally like to do the bronzer on my face first before I add the blush. Some people do also actually like what they'll do is put the stripe of the bronzer on and put the blush right over and blend them both at the same time. I prefer to do it separately just because I don't actually want the blush too close to the bronzer. I want it a little bit more upward on my cheek because I do have higher cheekbones on my face shape personally. I kind of have like a circular face, and so my cheekbones are pretty prominent over here versus on the lower parts of my cheeks. Also, I kind of have like a slight natural indent of, like where my face naturally contours. So I kind of want to follow that little shadow I see on here. And then I'm going to put a little bit on my forehead. Instead of like dragging the product, I kind of like to just dab it on. And for my face shape, I don't actually go all the way. You can also put some on your jawline. And this just helps to define your like jawline shape. I don't really have too much of a jawline. Again, circular face. And then just take the side of it a little and put that on the sides of my nose. Down on my nose, I just dab out with my fingers, just a little bit of color for a little definition on there. Again, just taking that same beauty sponge. I'm going to start from the chin. And then when you get to your cheekbones, you don't want to drag the product down. You always want to move it up, if anything. And I just, again, use more of a patting motion than anything. I don't swipe the beauty blender. Again, swiping it, bringing it inward. Product. What I like is that this just gives kind of a natural shadow, and I don't like to put too much of it on at first just because I don't want anything too stark. And then if there's anywhere that I want a little more, again, this product layers really nicely, I'll just add a little bit more in certain areas. And then right here. Again, just for a little more shape and definition right there. And there we go, kind of got a little more definition. And then just to break up the little bit of shadow that I put on my nose, afterwards I like to go in with a tiny bit of concealer down it, just to highlight that area, bring it forward a little more, and I just pat it in. Now is a good time for the blush slash highlight. I like to get this definitely closer to the apples of my cheek than the actual centers, or up here. And again, I just like to use a patting motion. I also even like just rubbing it on the back of my hand and then dabbing it on with like my fingers or my little beauty sponge. But again, I definitely concentrate it right over here. And if I get really up close, you probably can see the shine that's in there. And I even like to put some right above my eyebrows, actually. Just as like a natural glow. And now I'm going to take same beauty blender. I'm actually going to take like the middle section as opposed to this section. And just pat over that. And there goes the base. After that, I definitely like to add powder to my face because I do have more oily skin. Everyone has different skin types though, so some people probably wouldn't need to do this step. And I just do a nice light dusting, mostly centered in my middle part of my face. And I don't really use like a pigmented powder or anything, so I can go right over the other products and it not be a problem. And nothing crazy, I didn't put too much. Still see the glow, still see some definition going on in this area and in these areas. You can still see the glow. Now just for my eyebrow section, what I like to do is I'll take a spoolie, brush them out a bit. I think my eyebrows look pretty full today. I don't need to do too much in terms of putting product in them. I'm just going to fill in some of the sparser areas right at the tail end. Again, without being too precise, I don't need them to be perfect. I just like them to look a little more full. Hi, Olive and Brown. Okay. So as you can see, didn't really do too much to my eyebrows. Just wanted to add a little more shape to the ends because the next product that I'm using, again, another clean product to do. Let me just show you also those products because I did use those on my face just before. And now I'm about to use the Guide Beauty Brow Moment. I got this in dark too. And again, this is a nice like clean product, and it's one that you can just use as a standalone product. You know, if you're on the go, if you have less time in the morning to get ready to, you know, do anything define. So again, I didn't even do anything crazy define to my eyebrows. This product will help you get, you know, a done look or even an undone look if that's what you're going for, because you can be a little more messy with this product if you want. This just adds some kind of pigment and color to your eyebrows, so it definitely helps define them a little more. The brush is really nice and small. So there's like my pinky as a reference for size. And I definitely like to wipe off the brush. I don't want too much product on there. And then you can kind of just shape your brows a little more. And I like to focus this more on the tail end because, again, that's definitely where I have a little more sparse areas in my brows. You can just see it definitely helped, you know, define them a little more in terms of like making them a little darker and helping me shape them out a little. Okay, for the other side, I'm just going to grab a little product that I have from the sides. It's a really nice small sized brush so you can get into those smaller areas. Oop, my bad, touch that a little. And this product definitely does take like a minute to just set in a little, so be careful. Don't want to do what I just did and just nap it a little, which is fine. I can just dab around there. And so there you can see my brows look pretty nice and defined. So just to revisit what I put on the rest of my face a little while ago, I did put the sculpted face stick from OG onto my cheekbones and right up here. So against the ring light you can see it does shine very nicely. Then I used the OG sculpted face stick in in copper to bronze my face a little on the outer edges and right around here, as well as a little bit on my jawline to get a bit more shape. And then at the base of it all is the Blue Agave moisturizer from Pretty Party. Just a nice way to like finish off the clean makeup look is to also go ahead and curl your lashes if you're into that look. I definitely am. Just look at the difference curling your lashes can make. Definitely like that side. And now, depending on your preference, you can definitely add some mascara. to go ahead and define that. I typically would. I won't do it right now though, that's fine. But this is definitely how I get that glowy, healthy makeup look for an everyday easy wear. You know, I don't like to have to put in too much effort every day, especially if you're like a student. I'm a college student. I don't want to have to take too long to get ready. And then even when I'm filming things for Instagram or TikTok, this is a nice, really easy base that you can still see my face and see my features under the makeup, but just getting a little more definition in certain spots and highlighting those certain areas. I'll go ahead and just take these little clips out too. Oh, yes, my TikTok is Sydney Joanne Style, and it's same on Instagram. Thanks so much, Olive and Brown. I'll definitely be following you back too. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Next week, I'll probably be showing you guys how to do a certain hairstyle that I've been liking recently. So stay tuned for that too. Thanks, guys. Bye.